if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. No, I'm not muted. I'm good. Okay. I was muted for a second. All right, turn the echo off. Holy shit. I think I was muted, but I don't know. I gotta look back in the replay, but let's go, guys. Welcome, everyone, to the Peti Kish on Live. Happy Friday, guys. I was gonna do this yesterday night real late, but things got a little different. Stuff was my internet was going on and off. It wasn't too hot, so you know what I said, I'm gonna do it this afternoon. So instead we're doing the Peti Kish on instead of the After Dark special, and now I'm here ready to rock and roll for you all for the topics of the week. Let's see what the internet has to offer to see. A lot of gaming news happened this week. Not much in the movie and movie entertainment categories, I would say. Mostly gaming right now because we're getting hyped for the Summer Games Fest that's coming next week, as well as the PlayStation State of Play. So there's going to be a lot of showings happening constantly, I guess, next week. So there's going to be a lot of live streams, a lot of reaction videos to those. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know when I go live. So, you know, ahead of time, post and everything. I'm going to have a really busy weekend next week. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing the show next week, guys. So I don't know. I will have to see with that and everything. But yeah, a lot of things happen and we got to talk about them because there is a ton. I'm going to be doing a predictions. I wrote down what things I would like to see or even happen. Like to be honest, there's a lot on here that I think won't happen, but like last year, I did a predictions on what games I would want to see, but also be realistic in a way. I think this is what's going to happen with the showing. So I'm going to do that as well as the Steam Deck price increase. We're going to be talking about that. That's a big one. A lot of people are disappointed on Steam with that, but I'm not surprised at all that's happening. Everyone's doing it. Every console developer, it's just, you know, gaming is going to be a luxury and it's going to be expensive. So we're going to get into that as well. A lot of other things with 007, First Light, and a lot of other new announcements that just came out recently before Summer's Games Fest. So we're going to have to look at those as well. So it's a lot of show and tell today. Showing and seeing and watching kind of deal. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. And we're going to go through the summertime, summer feels of what's happening this week and next week. Because it's pretty much we're getting into the summer vibe now. It's full on summer. It's getting warm. But yeah. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. So, I don't know if I set up the indie games of the week. But yeah. Before we do anything, guys, you already know the drill. Like the stream. Subscribe if you're new here. If you like what I do, what you hear, definitely subscribe for the entertainment, pulp culture, gaming, movies, and any sorts of things like that. As well as we use our common sense and critical thinking on here, as usual. We do that. We speculate, we look at it at different perspectives, and we don't look at just one area of the situation. We look at different areas as well as things we're passionate about. So if you're passionate about things I like, you might be as well, vice versa. And also question everything. Number one rule here, question everything you see. Question it, I would say. But okay, let's get into indie game showcase of the week. You already know we do this every week. And let me see if I have it even set up. All right, here's the indie showcase, indie games of the week. Oh, I don't have it set up. Okay, here it is. Indie game showcase of the week, guys.
Time for the Indie Game of the Week.
All right, here we go. Indie game showcase of the week, guys. We got a brand new game that just came out, and it's doing crazy numbers, reviews-wise. It's getting positive off the bat. So, I don't know if you guys have heard about this small game. It's called Mina the Hollower. Mina the Hollower, yeah. And description on here on Steam, it says, take control of Mina, a renowned hollower, burdened into a desperate mission to rescue a cursed island, whip foes. Hey, yo. We got whipping in this game? Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Whip foes, burrow through the ground, and explore a pixel-perfect world in Mina the Hollower, a brand new game from the developers who brought you Shovel Knight. Yes, these are the guys who did Shovel Knight. So this game is finally out. It came out today, and it's getting crazy stuff. Very positive, it says here, with 311 reviews on Steam. Yacht Club Games made this. And I just want to show you the trailer for it and check it out real quick. Because this was on my radar, but I totally forgot this game actually came out. It's just, I remember, what was it? Like a couple of streams ago, it was one of the showcases, probably PlayStation. They showed this off, and I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, I'm going to try out the demo for this game, but I never did. It was like a limited demo. But, yeah, the game is $20, and it's not too bad. It's doing pretty well. Let's check out the trailer for it. Hopefully there's no copyright. If there is, I'm going to have to cut it out. But here we go. Check this out. Definitely has Shovel Knight vibe. It looks like Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening on the Super Nintendo. It looks more like that, you know? It's the top-down style dungeon crawler, not like Mega Man with Shovel Knight. It's more like this. looks good. I don't know if Yacht Club Games is indie anymore. I feel like this is still an indie game though, right? Female protagonist, 2D platformer. Oops, I didn't want to go on 2D. Wow, I went on 2D by accident. Go back. Go back. Go back. I don't want to see anything. Go back. Okay. I want to see what else they have for this. Top-down platformer, female protagonist, action adventure, gothic, action, pixel graphics, horror. Bro. Every time. Fantasy adventure, science, atmospheric, supernatural, Souls-like, single player. There you go. So yeah, single player game, Steam achievements and everything. Looks good from what I saw with the trailer. Definitely Shovel Knight. You could tell they have that style that feels like that Yacht Club games. They made another game, but a lot of people forgot it's like a ninja game. I don't know if they have it. Let me click on Yacht Club games for a second. Because I remember they made some sort of ninja game like years ago. And it was pretty decent, actually. I don't know if it's here. Maybe it's not here. A lot of Shovel Knight games. Maybe it's here. I don't know. No, I don't see it. I feel like they made some sort of game. Maybe I'm just thinking about another studio. I might be. But there was like some sort of like ninja cyborg game, like Cyberpunk Ninja 2D scroller. And it was pretty decent. I remember playing it. I was like, damn, this game's really good. So yeah. Now we got this one, more of like Link's Awakening. Any reviews? Link's Awakening DX, pretty much. Dark Souls and Castlevania had a baby, and it is Beneficent. Okay. So, Link's Awakening, Dark Souls, and Castlevania. Interesting. What a combo. It's not bad, actually. Now, Yacht Club Games, I don't know if they have any... I don't know where they're based or anything. And if even this is an indie game, because it didn't say indie in the title. So this could not be an indie game anymore. I don't know. It just is because of the name recognition now, because of Shovel Knight, how big Shovel Knight was. Shovel Knight is wonderful. It was even in the intro of the segment, too. So, the best gameplay, color game over. It is enjoy old school, top down. Art is awesome. All right, so a lot of people like it. I would put this review down in the intro if I could. Okay, anyway, here's a take so far. The game, it's within 2 hours. I've played enough to say fuck this and put it down for a little. Bad sign, especially for a backer who's been looking forward to it. I don't know if this is a troll one or whatnot. Interesting. Let me see. Difficulty is not a thing that repels me, and the difficulty of doesn't bother me, but either a number of things that just irk me up damn well. Have become doubtful that Dark Souls lost money on death, then Rudolm, blah, 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 blah. Well, this guy has like in-depth review. It will continue to play the game, and I may update this review in the future. It might option change, but right now I'm deeply frustrated. Okay. Not going to lie, it was really looking forward to this game, but I can't give it a recommendation at this time. And a lot of new things, many mechanics end up more frustrating than fun. Okay, but it's not like the game's broken or anything. I haven't seen that so far. It's just some things are frustrating gameplay-wise in the game, I guess. I don't know. But I wanted to show as well with this. Oh, curtains are opening again. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Here, there's more about the hollower Mina. I gotta find it. Where is it? Here we go. You can again with the indie showcase. No. Okay. Here we go. This is by Shinobi. Mina the Hollow reviews. You could see how it's very positive. See, if it's IGN giving it a 10, I don't know if I count that as actually a 10 or actually, reasonable, because IGN, I can't trust IGN anymore after they give Mixtape a 10. So I don't know about that, guys. Is this game a 10? I don't know. I haven't played it. I don't know myself. I didn't play the demo. But, like, look at this. The Gamer 10. All of these are just saying it's great. It's probably really easy because, journalists these days, they can't play games. So if this game is phenomenal in that aspect of playing it and they can beat it, then it's a 10 or a 9 easily, right? Metacritic 93. So it's really crazy reviews on that. On my wish list for a dog. Age same as Radio Universe. When are we going to have the conversation about how indie games basically just need to be functional to get high scores? Wishlist games that cost hundreds of millions take a decade to develop. Yeah. Game Informer 8.75. We fucking need GTA 6 badly. The gaming industry best game of the year has NES graphics. Bruh. You can have, it doesn't matter if it has NES graphics. That's just a dumb take again. GTA 6 could be dog shit for what I know. It could be the glitchiest fucking game you're ever going to play. It's going to be like, how Cyberpunk came out and it was pretty bad? Or some other games that were overhyped and it was pretty bad? Your expectations need to be really, really low for GTA 6. Because if you bring it up higher and higher each day, you're going to just feel disappointed at that. And trust me, I've been disappointed so many times with games that I thought was going to be like a masterpiece I'm going to be playing for years, and it just turns out to be, yeah, it was fine. But then, or just shit. That's another one. It was shit, or it was just fine. It wasn't anything great. And that's what really bothers me with these games. They pump it up too high, and then you play them, and you're like, yeah, it's okay, it's fine. Nothing special. And then you find, like, Dead as Disco, and you're like, no one's talking about this game besides people on social media. And you're like, how is this game no one talking about? This game is phenomenal. This is a really good game. And no one's talking about it. Well, people are talking about it on Steam, of course, but no one's talking about that game. No reviews, or, obviously it's early access, but still, nothing like really to talk about. But then you have Yacht Club Games, because they know Shovel Knight, and who knows what they actually do. Like, Yacht Club Games, I don't know, like, their stance on stuff, because, like, even if it doesn't really matter as much, because if nothing is actually, like, put into the game, it's fine. I don't care about really their stance. If they're actually making good games, that's all I care about, If they push, like, agendas into games, that's when people are like, that's not good. That's not good. Like, when you put those stuff. But if it's just a classic kind of, like, old school NES game, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can make games like that. That's awesome. So that's why it's doing well. But it seems like it's easy. That's why these journalists are giving it, like, phenomenal scores. I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting to see with that. With that, there's more with this game. I'm gonna check out real quick here. So here's more. Pirate Nation. Mina, the Hollower, is currently the highest rated game of 2026 on Metacritic with a score of 92 based on 42 critic reviews. The game launched this week and moved ahead of major release, including Forza Horizon 6 and 007 First Light, which we're going to be talking about as well, 007. The game takes inspiration from classic 1990s exploration adventure. So far, only 2 games have scored above 90 on Metacritic in 2026, making Mina and the Hollower one of the year. One of this year. Maybe he's, I don't know. That's weird. Metacritic lost after. I like how people are immediately saying industry plants when this is from a people behind Shovel Knight has been in development for years. True, it was been in development for a long time, with a lot of anticipation from the community behind it, all without even playing the demo. That's true. I thought there was a demo. I just don't remember. I thought there was. Everyone with half a brain looking at high scores now. Yeah, pretty much sus. They made Shovel Knight woke with the updates, so the mouse game will probably be woke from the start, but I would like to be wrong about this. Really? I don't remember Shovel Knight being woke. I could be wrong. Maybe they did update stuff and they changed some things. I don't remember. I don't know. Yacht Club Games, I know, allegedly I heard things about Yacht Club Games giving $20,000 to BLM, and that's a little concerning. That's a little concerning with that as well. I don't know what they thought about that situation, why they did that, but yikes. Yikes, if that's true. Yikes.
No!
Hopefully it's not true, but I don't know. This feels like a game straight out of the Game Boy Adventure era. Yep, I love the look of it. Played for 2 hours. Game is fine. Mostly nostalgia bait. Far from 10 out of 10. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this game is going to be a 10 out of 10 when I play it. I don't think so. Making Mina the Hollower one of the year. That's some writing. Ass writing. Yeah, that's like one of this year or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird how it worded that. Pirate Nation. Here we go. They donated to BLM, so it's a pass from me. It's also just doesn't have Shovel Knight energy. I suspect this will fail for short of the game. There you go. So, I don't know, allegedly, but I guess this guy says. But then again, who knows? Who knows? He's got a lot of stuff in his bio, a lot of flags going around. But mixtape. Okay, this game I could see getting a 10. I could see this game giving a 10, but 10 is like perfection. There's nothing bad about the game, which is very rare to give a game a 10. Like 10s, I don't even know what game I would give a 10, to be honest. The closest you can be, like 9 or an 8, I would be okay with. But a 10? I don't know about that, guys, for this game. I don't know about that. But yeah, that's the conversation with this. Even though it looks good. It looks good what I saw. This is like a game like, see, it's only $20, so it's not too bad. You could still check it out and play it and everything. It's not like too expensive, but I'll wait for a sale. I'm not really like hungering for this game at the very moment, but it does look interesting if you're into that kind of gameplay. Is there anything else about that? I don't think so. I think that's it with that. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It took them a long time to make, so give them props for that at least. Okay. Let's talk about this next okay, now 2 smaller topics, and then we'll get to the bigger topics here and there. There's going to be a lot, like, going around stuff, doing things for all this, all the things we have right here. Okay. Real quick one here. Jason Voorhees will slay Dead by Daylight players from June 16th. So, finally, Dead by Daylight, hate it or love it, whatever you guys think about Dead by Daylight, they finally added a collaboration with Jason Voorhees, which they don't even use the Voorhees name because I think it's Jason Universe, so it's just Jason at the moment. So, they finally added in him. I remember watching this like a week ago where they had a cabin in the woods and it was live streamed and it was getting dark. And I was like, what is this? There was like noises in the background. It's in the woods. And then they finally reveal it's Jason Voorhees. And everyone's like, holy shit, they actually did it. Because if you don't know, the main guy, the main killer of the game, the trapper guy, is pretty much inspired by Jason. So Jason, it was a killer they were trying to get for years. They had the Friday 13th IP, which when that was going down, even though I liked that game a lot, it was broken as heck. I still enjoyed the game. Friday 13 ended it short. I wish they did more, but it just ended it. So now we're getting more collabs, I guess, with they don't even call it the Friday 13. I don't think you can even use the name anymore. It's just Jason now. So the Jason Universe. As reported on May 23rd, Jason Voorhees is headed to Dead by Daylight as an all-new killer after a decade of fans asking for the slasher to be introduced to the universe. He's coming into the Fog contest collaboration between Behavior Interactive and Jason Universe, and from June 16th you'll be live and in game. He'll be live and in game. Wow. Those in the Steam public test build can experience Dead by Daylight Jason from May 26th. Global release stated halfway through June. Yeah, I saw some gameplay of already Jason. Like, people have been showing it off and stuff on social media and everything. And he looks like he's going to be a powerhouse, like scary as fuck, guys. He has so many like abilities. He can like move around, be invisible. He has a spear. Like, he looks fun to play. Jason's powers is coming to TBD. So yeah, he's going to be an interesting character. Finally, Jason Voorhees is coming in. We lost Michael from Halloween and Laurie Strode, which is a shame because I really liked their map and I thought the characters were cool. I like Halloween. That was a really shame. Like, the first collab is gone out of Dead by Daylight. So now they're adding Jason Voorhees. This is going to be the substitute, I guess. As well as Pinhead from Hellraiser. He's gone too, which, good thing I got both of them before they were gone, you know. Just to have them, you know. Because it's the rare killers now. But yeah. Hate it or not, guys, if you like Dead by Daylight, if you hate Dead by Daylight, whatever, I just wanted to let you know that Jason is coming, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was like, finally they got the guy that they've been wanting for years, you know? Now they have him. All right, more info here. We got Tekken 8 stuff here, guys. Tekken 8 will add popular character from Baki anime series. So they've added a bunch of characters for the new season. And apparently, I saw this and I didn't know who the hell this is because I don't watch Baki and I have no clue. But here we go. Tekken 8 developers have confirmed the 4th playable character addition to the title. It's none other than Yorio Hanama from the Baki anime series. The Tekken franchise saw a huge shift at the beginning of the year with the game director, producer, Harada sharing a final farewell. Yeah. So a new post of the official account confirms that Yoro Hanama will be joining the franchise as the fourth pivotal character in 2027. Announced also a game's new trailer. However, that doesn't feature any gameplay clips or the character. Yeah, so it just shows like little things. The strongest creature on Earth. So yeah. So I guess Tekken. I saw split things with this. There were people like who or what, and then there are people like yes, we wanted someone from Baki forever in Tekken. So, I'm kind of in like, I don't really care, to be honest. I'm not really. It's like if it was like a video game character. I know what's his name's doing this. Fatal Fury Save the Wolves with the what is it called? One of the animes. They're doing one of those characters in there too. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel like anime characters in video games. Like video game characters with video game, that's kind of cool. I like that. But I don't know. Same with like when they had Negan in Tekken 7. I was like, I don't know about this one either, Who is also a protagonist, is the father of the protagonist, Baki, who's also referred to as the strongest creature on Earth. In the series, it's time characters achieved. But yeah, there's a trailer for it. And yeah, new character. I think they're having Bob. Who is it? Bob. The kangaroo guy, Rue Jr. or whatever. And the ninja girl with the fox mask. I forgot what her name is. But they're in the game. They're coming out. And now this is the fourth one. So, a little bit disappointed. I wish Tekken would get someone besides Clive from Final Fantasy. Maybe a Tifa. But Tifa might be ending up in Street Fighter 6 instead. I wish they would have gone Tifa in this. But apparently not. And but Tifa actually deserves it more, I think, in Dead or Alive 7 whenever that comes out. I think that would have been a better choice. But okay, we're getting anime in Tekken. Yeah, take that how you will. Take that how you will with that one. We also got more information. Rayman Legends retold price revealed. So we're getting a Rayman Legends game again. That's kind of cool, but it's just, is this Origins all over again? A reliable insider has provided the price for Rayman Legends retold, along with some other details such as an online multiplayer. For those unaware, just a few days ago, a new logo appeared for Rayman Legends Remake, which has been titled Rayman Legends Retold. Insider Gaming report has confirmed that the game is scheduled to release on October 1st, 2026. Now, details such as price, physical edition, and more have been revealed. Rayman Legends Retold will cost $40 and will have a physical edition. That's pretty good. So if you haven't played Rayman Origins, I thought this is going to be like the very first Rayman, like the first one that came out on like PS1. Because I like that Rayman. It's tough. But I really like that Rayman even today. So, I don't know. The multiplayer aspect is cool though. Like, you can have some fun time with friends. Latest detail about Rayman Legends retold price, according to information, added that the game will receive a physical edition that is exclusive to PS5 and Switch 2. Rayman Legends retold price has been set as $39.99 in the United States. Multiplayer feature with 4 players simultaneously. The game will also come with launch edition that includes additional bonuses. Being developed by Ubisoft Montpellier, not in Milan. I don't know what that is. Announcement expected June 2nd. The official announcement for the game soonly planned for June 2nd. PlayStation will host State of Play. So this will be at the State of Play. Okay. Okay. So already have information that this will be at the State of Play. So this new remake, Rayman Origins remake coming back, I guess. At least they're bringing back Rayman. I like Rayman. You know, that's the only Ubisoft IP I thought was still pretty good and pretty decent from all the other Ubisoft games that have been coming out. Yeah. We will see. We will see. A $40 is not too bad. But who knows? We'll see. It could be fun. Definitely better than a lot of like Mario 2D games that are just like $60, $70 up front. Like Rayman's just like, nah, I'll take a 40. I'm good. Like, that's fine. That's way better pricing, I think. I think a lot of 2D Mario games need to be like $40 now. To be honest, but yeah. Okay, so there you go. A new Rayman game coming out. Rayman Legends Retold. So we got an official with that. Let's see what else we got. We got this. I saw real quick. Square Enix needs to modernize its IP. Formal Exec says. Why? Why do you need to modernize anything? You know, why? Let's read a little bit into this. Jacob Novak, formerly director of business at Square Enix, is discussing his belief that the company has failed to bring its popular IPs, such as Final Fantasy, the new generation, by truly embracing that live service model. Bro, don't listen to this guy already. His take is absolutely horrible already, and this is not what Square Enix needs to do. Square Enix just needs to stick to what they used to do when they were like Squaresoft and all that. Just tell really good stories with great characters, stories, and just fun gameplay. Usually it's RPGs. They were the kings of RPGs, but now not so much. That's not the problem. It's how you're telling these stories, how you're presenting these characters and these worlds is the problem, especially with the remakes, because they're not remakes, they're reimaginings. The new generation, by truly embracing live service model. In a long Twitter post, Novak admits that the brand actually understands live service, as they've proven there with games like Final Fantasy 14 and Final Fantasy 11. Yeah, but that's fine. Those are MMOs. They're fine. They're fine as those games. You don't need that would sell like crazy. You already know. The problem is it's not the characters or the IP itself that's in really the problem. People love the characters and all that. It's just how the games are presented. And we did read about like generations, like especially my generation. A lot of younger people are not really into like Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts or Dragon Quest. They're into like Persona and different other games. And I don't know. It could be because I know a lot of people hopped into 16 and enjoyed it. That might have been like their first Final Fantasy, which, okay, I get it because of the action combat, the Devil May Cry system, whatever they have going there. But that's not every Final Fantasy is going to be like that, kind of style. They did make it a little more edgy. They made it more dark. They made the story a little more mature, I would say. And I appreciate that. I actually appreciate that more than the kiddie stuff, because I feel like Dragon Quest was more of the kiddie version and Final Fantasy was more mature. That's what I always thought. I do like Dragon Quest too, though, and I do like Final Fantasy, so I like both. Kingdom Hearts is now the kiddie version, actually. Kingdom Hearts, even though it has dark themes in it, it still has some kid stuff in it, especially with the Disney. But Still believes JRPGs. So they can do collaborations. Again, Tifa and Street Fighter 6. If that does happen, there you go. That's popular right there. For the Final Fantasy 7 anniversary, obviously right there. Who else? They can do Fortnite, like I said. There's other games you can add these characters. You can add it to Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is perfect for that animation style too. Tekken, Dead or Alive, like a lot of fighting games, I would say. What else, dude? Nikke, what is it? Nikke, Goddess of Victory. They can add them in there. I bet you Aerith and Tifa would sell like crazy, or any other character, any female character, you know. But yeah. Square Enix accused of failing to reach new generation of gamers by former Exec. As a further example, thanks he should do with the Final Fantasy brand, Novak discusses the success the Magic the Gathering has had outside of the original medium. Yes, those sold like hotcakes. They were crazy. We know that. The Magic the Gathering Final Fantasies, I literally had to resist myself because I know I'm going to be costing a lot of money with that. So I was like, I'm not going to get any of them. They look so badass, but I'm not getting any of them. The Gathering was had outside of the original medium. He also uses Kingdom Hearts as an example, saying that the series has shown how Final Fantasy lore could potentially mesh with other properties. Yes, and they got rid of that in 3, which this is why in Kingdom Hearts 4, they need to bring back way more Final Fantasy stuff in there. He also says he thinks it would be interesting to see Final Fantasy XIV used as the technical basis for building a new free-to-play experience that continuously updates through modern collaborations. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. I think Square Enix is so used to being slow that I can't imagine what life would be like if it acted fast. There's a lot of internal red tape. The CEO's job is to make decisions and cut the red tape so that innovation flourishes, he said. Yeah, but this is not the way. You can do collaborations, that's fine. And how to get the next generation to like stuff. I saw videos online, especially on like Twitter and stuff, /X, that a lot of people are going back and playing the old games. There's a lot of people, it feels like games are getting more expensive. There's a generation of people that never played these games, and a lot of people are going back. I know personally, like, I have siblings too. They're going back to playing the old games as well when I played them when I was young. So a lot of them didn't experience those games, and they're going back, and they think it's phenomenal. A lot of these games that are out, they're like, even for its time and even now, it still holds up. Like, some are better than others, obviously, but they're going through all the Final Fantasies, all the Dragon Quest, they're going through all these games, Kingdom Hearts, and I see a lot of people, others are also fascinated about these, and they have like wonderful experiences. Like, they think those are like indie games. Back in the day, those were like AAA games, but now they feel like indie games, and I'd love to see that, because I see all these people going back and playing these games, and it's not the problem. The problem is, I think what it is Square Enix is trying to follow trends. Like this guy, he's trendy. He needs to say, oh, generation need to keep up with this. People know who the heck these characters are. Dude, everyone had a PS2 copy of Final Fantasy X, and it was, what's his name? In the ocean, the cover of it. Everyone knows that cover. Everyone had it. I went to my friend's house. Everyone had that game. It was just there. Even if you didn't play it, you known about it. So I'm telling you, it's not like people don't know what Final Fantasy is. They know what it is. It's just, it's so long of a series, and there are a lot of communities out there that don't know, like, Where should I start? What should I play? What is the best games from the series? You know, stuff like that. And what turns them off is, I think personally, it's a lot. It's a lot of games, but that's not a bad thing if you're a true like Final Fantasy fan and you played all of them. It's just, I think what it is, I don't know. It might be because it could be because Japanese style and storytelling of those games have been more basic level, I would say. And I thought 16 was pretty good. Now, I would have liked it being more turn-based like the other ones instead of more action-y, but that's just me. It's still a good game, though, you know? It's not bad at all. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's like right in the middle or a little bit better than mid, I would say. But see, that didn't bring people really into the franchise. It's more like, yeah, you just got to do collabs. You got to straight just do collabs. That's probably the best way to do it. Now, doing live service stuff with these, no, I would not do that. But yeah, add them in Kingdom Hearts. That was a big thing. Maybe, here's another thought. Besides remaking and not reimagining like 7, please. Remaking actually basic games like that. Normal franchises. Maybe do another like Advent Children. Do some sort of movie for another story from the franchise. That could be interesting, like a new CGI movie in the movie theaters. I don't know, something that could intrigue people to come back, entice them to play Square Enix games and stuff. But also, Square Enix in general, I know they've been kicking out a lot of things out of their company, things that they don't need, pretty much cutting off the meat out of a lot of bad writers and bad advertisers out there. And I know people are like, oh, losing jobs and stuff. Yeah, like if there's actually real people that are doing their job and they're doing it faithful and whatever and not pushing an agenda, then yeah, I feel bad for those people. Now, the people that are you know, pushing some sort of message, those people I don't care about because they just ruin everything they touch. I'm sorry. That's just the fact. All those SJWs out there, you know, they're just going to ruin everything, what they touch. They just have to put all their emotions into every kind of story they tell. It's just like, bruh, can we just tell good stories? Not people like telling their stories in these stories. Like, I don't want your interpretation in this story. Please, just tell us good stories. Maybe you can have like some sort of experience that you had before, and you're like, oh, I could put this in the story because this happened to me. But don't make it all about you. You know, you can have little parts in that there, here and there, if it makes sense in the story or the plot. You know, but yeah, I don't know. Square Enix is in a weird spot right now. They're trying to figure out what makes money and what they can do with these IPs besides merch, because merch is the only thing they're selling crazy amount right now besides games. Games are not selling as much. Yeah, I think just do what works for them without trying to follow these trends and hiring these propagandists for these games that have these messaging, the message, how Critical Drinker always says, the message, literally. We don't need those. Just make games. Make stories that you would be inspired by or something that'd be like, wow, this is crazy. I think this would be an interesting plot, story, and I have good characters, good design characters too. It's very important, and which we'll be talking about with Dragon Quest 12. Yeah, and all that. So yeah, I probably blabbered a lot about this, but I just wanted to see what Square Enix is doing and what's happening with Square Enix, because it is concerning. Square Enix is in a pickle. So I'm going to end that there at the moment. All right, let's get into this other big thing because Epic Games just announced something big. Jeff Keighley tweeted this, and he said, teaser trailer for Rocket League in Unreal Engine 6. So this is Unreal Engine 6. I don't know if there's probably copyright, so I'll put that down. So, guys, let me turn that down. So this is what the game is. I don't see much of a difference from maybe the lighting, maybe the to be honest, this looks like Unreal Engine 5. It could be just the lighting. I don't know. There's not really much you can do. Like, this is what I'm telling. We already peaked with graphic fidelity. You can't do better than this anymore. So why are we moving to Unreal Engine 6 when Unreal Engine 5 is still badly optimized? People still are learning how to use Unreal Engine 5, and they don't know how to use it still, or they're still figuring it out. So why are we moving to 6 already? This is the dumbest shit ever. I don't know. I feel like there's no point for this. But yeah, this is Rocket League in Unreal Engine 6. Again, it looks just more shadows. Fidelity's a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not impressed at all. So moving forward, Rocket League will be in Unreal Engine 6. I think as well as Fortnite. So prepare yourselves, guys, if you are wanting to play any of the Epic Games free games, optimization might be a problem. I would bet you 100% there's going to be problems with optimization and something with that in that situation. Rocket League is transcending to Unreal Engine 6. The update has announced today at the RLCS Paris. The teaser also hits a deeper integration into Epic's Unreal Engine 6 metaverse ecosystem alongside Fortnite. It's planned for the upcoming years. Can't wait for the stutter upgrade. So true. So true. Oh boy, I'm sure our Rocket League fans are excited for forced ray and path tracing that requires fake frames to stay above 20 frames per second. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, it's like Rocket League already looks good. Why do we need to upgrade it? Like, even Fortnite, the Unreal Engine right now, it's fine. We don't need an upgrade. Why do we need an upgrade when people barely can even make it, with money right now just to go to the grocery store, and you freaking are going to upgrade games when you fucking can't even sell consoles anymore because everything's just priced up and now it's a luxury, all these games. Who cares, to be honest? No one cares. Let this cool down. Whatever we're in right now, pretty much a mini recession. I think it's not even it's a recession. Like, straight up, it's a recession. And it's affected by everyone right at the moment. So why would I care to upgrade or do anything with this when I just want to play a game and, with friends and play it? But if I have problems and it stutters, I had no problems before. Now there's going to be problems. So what are we doing here? Why do we even need this? We don't. And this is why I said I think a lot of people are going to go back, play some retro games, because it's just there's ways to play retro games without actually spending lots of money on it. But, yeah, I feel like there's going to be some sort of thing where people are just going to go back and play the older stuff or whatever they have in their backlog. Because now people are not going to buy new games or upgrade, really, if it's really pricey, which we're going to talk about the Steam Deck, because there's a lot of things about that, too. It could be because scalpers and all this, buying them and then putting them for higher price. It's disgusting, dude. It's something. It's something. But yeah, there you go. Unreal Engine 6 is coming. Prepare yourselves for that one. That is going to be interesting to see what happens out of that. All right. We got this real quick, guys. Street Fighter 6 just released. We'll play that. Fuck it. Just released this. Step into the light with the Ingrid update in Street Fighter 6. So she is the final character they're revealed, or is already out. I already played her. She's pretty fun, but she's interesting. She feels like she shouldn't be in this game, but she is very interesting to play. Yeah, for sure. But everything else, like they add a new avatar fighting mode, new outfit 3, unlock costumes, do the story mode with it, everything, with Ingrid and all that. But this is what people have been talking about in the Street Fighter community too, that this is a weird wording or something's going on with Street Fighter 6 moving forward. Please note that Ingrid will be the final character to receive additional World Tour story content upon release. Previously added World Tour content will remain playable. So everything else next season-wise, we won't be getting World Tour story stuff anymore, and that's it? Like, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I was just speculating. A lot of people are speculating. What do you mean by that? Oh, last World Tour update? ? Oh, we are 100% getting a new version of Street Fighter next season. Now, that's what a lot of people are speculating, that this is gonna be Super Street Fighter 6. Like they always upgrade over a couple of years to a next version where they update the game and add more to it, or add more to it and add more mechanics, different mechanics into it, fighting styles, and different things to freshen up the game a bit. World Tour might be, I don't think it's gonna be gone. I don't like I said, it's not gonna be gone, and I think they're gonna continue doing those. I could be wrong, but I think they're not gonna be like day one focusing on World Tour things, like from day one. They could be doing like a thing where they'll do it after the fact the character comes out, like not at the same time. I don't know. They could be working on another fighting game in the background, and they had to take care of World Tour, so they're stopping that. Maybe they're adding more characters instead of just 4 characters a season now. Or it could be that big collab with Tifa that has been going around. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I really don't know what they're doing. My thing is they're going to be updating the story. It could be that they're updating the story for a new version coming out. Maybe they've been working a pipeline what the next part of this story can be, because it leaves on a cliffhanger, if you know, and it didn't leave on a really good one either, to be honest, for Street Fighter 6. Maybe that's it. Maybe add more to it, more mechanics, more outfits. I don't know. I'm just thinking and speculating what it would be. But I thought this was interesting to just speculate on why they're stopping World Tour for the next content of characters coming, Maybe they are doing the Shadowloo regroup thing with Vega, Balrog. I don't think Sagat will be returning, though, but Fang maybe, and Bison. And maybe Rare 4. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
I can't believe it that they're doing a 4th one. How many times have they remaked Modern Warfare 1? It's crazy. And then they remade 2, 3, and then they stopped and went back to Black Ops again. And now they're doing Modern Warfare 4. And I'm like, okay. Like, I saw the trailer for it, which I'm not going to show you guys, but it looked interesting, but I'm still questioning, really? We're doing this again? Like, I don't know. A lot of people like these characters and stuff, but I don't know what they're doing with Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 has officially been revealed. Simon Ghost Riley is returning as one of the main characters alongside Captain Price, which, yeah, we saw in the trailer. If you've seen the trailer, they're in it. The campaign story takes place on the Korean Peninsula, where North Korea launches a full-scale invasion that threatens global stability. Which, okay, I don't know why they would do it, but whatever. In multiplayer, the game brings back many classic Call of Duty features that fans have been asking for. Again, I'm not a big fan of some Call of Duty games. I haven't played Call of Duty since, like, the OG Modern Warfare. It's been a while, but I remember being really cool. Red dots on the mini-map, theater mode, map voting, no random bullet bloom for more accurate and consistent gunplay. 12, yeah, there's a lot here. 12 dedicated 6v6 maps available at launch, dynamic kill block. Again, I'm not a big fan, like, multiplayer, really. I had more fun, I think, doing story stuff. When I was doing co-op, like, story stuff, that was, I thought, really good. But yeah, if you're into that, you're into that, I guess. Multiplayer stuff. Some people are really into it. So the full game launches on October 23rd, 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2. So yeah, let's hope they don't ruin it with goofy ass clown skins. I think they said they're more grounded now. They're not going to do it, but I wonder if they're ever, I don't know what they're going to do with this, but yeah, the cinematic looked good. We got to wait for gameplay and everything. I don't know. I'm kind of worried what they're going to do, because they could just mess this one up too. Like, they've been messing up a lot of Call of Duties recently, so it has to be better than Call of Duty, the last one, Black Ops 7, because that one was really bad. It was memed on. It was so bad looking. But yeah, let's see if Call of Duty actually goes back to the basics, what they made them great in the first place. But we will see about that one. Let's see what else we got here. Real quick here. Oh, Dragon Quest. Yes. So Dragon Quest 12 has finally shown something after years of waiting for such a long time. Dragon Quest. It's the 40th anniversary. They had a live stream. They had a couple of games there. There's not really much to talk about with the others, but this one was the most talked about with Dragon Quest 12. So it's pretty much, it was remade. Let's be honest, they had to go back to the drawing board. The one they showed with the title, it looked way more darker and everything. Now they went back to kind of like Dragon Quest 11. I think they're trying to be safe with it, but at the same time, it feels like almost a letdown for some others. For me, I'm like in between at the moment. I kind of like the world designs and what they're doing, but at the same time, I'm not okay with some of these character designs. They look they don't look too good. So Dragon Quest 12 has been renamed from the Flames of Fate, which sounds like a badass name, to Beyond Dreams.
No!
Oh boy. The development team restarted the entire project from scratch after encountering major hurdles, which means the game will be delayed even further. The update has announced during the Dragon Quest team stream. The environments look really good. The characters, I'm not a big fan of. Really, not a big fan of these characters, design-wise. Dragon Fortnite 12 Beyond Dreams. The MC is a big L. Is just me, or these look way better? Dragon Quest or Fortnite? What the fuck? Square Enix is still trying to suck Western dicks. Yeah. It looked bad. What the fuck are they doing there? I was very hyped for this one. Yeah, a lot of people are not liking where it's going. I think this is what happened at Square. So they went with Final Fantasy 16, and they were going to go with that kind of style with Dragon Quest. And they saw how 16 didn't do that much. Again, PS5 exclusive. What the fuck? You know? Like PS5, really? Exclusivity? We're still doing this? No. It should have been on everything. Xbox, PC, you could have sold more. But okay. That's the first problem. Second problem, it didn't sell as much as they thought 16 would. So, Dragon Quest, they were going in a dark way. They were going more mature. They were going to go the 16 route. But I think it was going to be also not turn-based action RPG like 16. I think that's what they were going to do. They saw Expedition 33, and they're like, no, we need to go back doing just JRPG turn-based games. That's awesome. That's like what most people would appreciate. That's what most people would like. I think Final Fantasy has experimented more. Dragon Quest usually just kept it almost usually the same. I would say usually. Very close to the same ever since the first one. So it's been just a turn-based RPG with a story with it and all. And characters on the way, everything. You know the story. Typical fantasy anime-style games with big adventure stories. You know that. That's fine. That's fine. If that's what it was, that's fine. You know. But now, it's kind of like a little bit of both. It's really weird. Really weird. I don't want to show you the trailer right now because I'm on a tight schedule here. But it didn't look that impressive. The worlds looked really nice. That was the only impressive thing. The worlds look huge. They look nice. They're vibrant, colorful. The animations look good with those characters, like the monsters and everything. It's just the characters look weird. Like, I don't know. Like, the main character looks like he has Down syndrome or something. He looks like he needs sleep. He needs coffee. I don't know what's going on. The hairstyle looks weird. This girl, she with the robotics and stuff, she's like, she has a scarf, but she's dressed in like she was in the desert. I don't know what's going on. And then this lizard guy with this giant hair. Like, I don't think it needs hair. I think it just needs to be a lizard. That would be cool. This would be better. Designs are, yeah. I don't know. A lot of people are not liking this. Here, ugly as fuck. Thanks to Western DI tactics, Scar ruined video game, which ruined Japan. Like, this is the main character, the protagonist. Yeah, he just looks weird. He looks like he would be like some sort of like goon villain, like in a. I don't know. I'm not liking the vibe of this character. Like, it's not like compared to like. He looks like Trunks in 11, the hero, and then the one in 8. I think it's 8. he looks like a pirate. Those designs look way cooler. Like, a lot of the other designs look way cooler for the hero. This one looks like the weakest I've seen in a long-ass time. I have no clue what they did with this one. But, I don't know. Dragon Quest 12, happy that we're getting something finally shown, and also kind of upsetting at the same time how it still needs more time, and it still needs something. I don't know. It doesn't look that good. Let's be honest. It doesn't look good in the character development or even the name. I would have preferred instead the Flames of Fate, like the Duels of Fate in Star Wars. That would have been epic. That would have been pretty sick, but there you go. Dragon Quest 12, guys. Woohoo, right? Finally something. Well, something is something, I guess. It's like, I'm so happy. No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. This surprised me. Now, this surprised me. This is actually a surprise, guys. And I didn't see coming. This game, The Witcher 3. Oh my gosh. So, they out of nowhere, they just announced this, that Witcher 3 is getting a DLC story update. And I was like, what? This game is so old now. Well, not that old, but like, it's older. And it's been out for a while. So here we go. Pirate Nation. Very good news. CD Projekt Red has officially revealed Songs of the Past, a brand new expansion for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. The DLC is being developed with Fool's Theory. It has the name Fools in it. I don't know about that. That's a little sus. And will bring players back as Geralt of Rivia for a completely new story. The expansion is planned for release in 2027 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Little has been revealed about the story yet, but CD Projekt Red confirmed it will be a major expansion, the first big new content for The Witcher 3 since Blood and Wine launched in 2016. Wow, that's been a long time ago. Now, didn't they update the graphics and everything? So they're probably going to use like an updated version of this, but at the same time, they have to go back and redo older tech, which I think they can do, but you never know in today's AAA space. This is very interesting. This opens the gate. I think the very important thing about this thing is that this opens the gate up for other games to actually do this. Not just Witcher, where they haven't done a thing for it for years. Of course, they've been, looking, fixing, managing it and everything, but they haven't done stuff, DLC, like big stories for years. Now, imagine if you can do this. You have an older game from like 2016, 2017. You get people invested in a new story DLC or new added content for a game that has been out for years, and they just stopped and went back to redo stuff. And it's like you can sell the game even more again. Like, you sold the game, but now because of this new update, if you have someone that haven't played it before and they're like, oh, this is a new thing coming out for Witcher, you get another sell out of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So you just be making more money again. So this is a very clever thing, and I've never seen this. This is a precipice of, I've never seen a thing like this ever in the gaming industry, where you have a game that's been there for years. Game of the year, by the way. And they just stopped, and now they're like, you know what? Let's go back. We could tell more stories. It's so cool. I'm like, how the heck do they do this? This is going to be very interesting, and I hope this shows a lot of other games that I wish that had more added content go back to and add more things actually into the game. You know, that would be sick. Imagine Resident Evil 3 Remake having finally the cut content, the director's cut version of the game that we've wanted. You know, it's not going to fix the story, you know, that much. The story is whatever it is with Nemesis. Now, if you had the clock tower, I don't know, with Nemesis maybe following you now, he's not like actually a cinematic character that follows you. Instead, he's like a Mr. X now style from Resident Evil 2. Or like the OG Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. That would be interesting. Like the things that people have been wanting Resident Evil 3 to be that never was. Imagine if Capcom went back and fixed that and be like, you know what? We heard you. We heard the fans and that they were upset about this remake. We're going to do a director's cut for this. And, you know, it's going to be like, here you go for $10-$20 or whatever, $15 for this cut content. And no, people are going to be pissed. I know people are going to be pissed about it, which they should be. That should have been in the game already in there. But they actually listened and they actually put a little more effort into trying to fix a game from that Unreal Engine they did. So, and add more content, it's like a win-win, to be honest. It's a win for them for that aspect where they, you know, have a little bit money to do that, but also it's a win because more copies sold for Resident Evil 3 Remake, even though a lot of people hate on that game, and it's probably the weakest of the remakes. It could be interesting. They could go back and fix that, you know, kind of deal, like an update version of that. I think that's what is more interesting about this than just The Witcher. Like the potential of going back and not updating the game, but adding more to the game. That is cool. That is very cool. That is super cool. And if you think about like old Grand Theft Auto games, like, bro, like that's crazy. But yeah, that's a positive thing. So that's very cool. I love to see this happen. Very interesting. And I hope others do this as well. You know, they did it with Shovel Knight, Yacht Club games constantly. Shovel Knight always got updated, and they always added new things into Shovel Knight. We know that for a fact. That happened a lot. Okay, let's talk about this Steam Deck thing, guys. Because Steam Deck, what are we on in time? Oh, shit. Okay, we're going to now main topics, I would say. Okay, guys, let's talk about the Steam Deck thing. Because it has a lot of people frustrated and a lot of people are like, duh, what did you expect? Kind of deal, you know? I'm kind of in between where I understand it, but at the same time, I don't like it. So, Pirate Nation, Valve just raised Steam Deck OLED prices in the US while the devices are still out of stock, and the increase is insane. So, it's already out of stock again, even with the increase. Again, these are not real people, I think, that are buying this. I think these are scalpers. And they're probably putting up these Steam Decks up for like 1,500 or something, you know? Just the basic models. But even with the increase, new price, 512 gigabyte OLED. It was $549. Now it's $789. Bruh.
Huh? Holy shit.
Yeah. Only for that gigabyte. It's not even the terabyte. Now the terabyte OLED was $649. Now it's $949.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Huh?
No!
Yeah, that's pretty bad. A 949 Steam Deck now costs as much as some high-end gaming laptops and premium handheld PCs. Yeah, pretty much. Now getting this is straight up a scam now. It used to be, I was like, oh, Steam Deck is the way to go for, all your Steam stuff and all your games. Now, of course, the hardware has been faulty with the new games coming out. You can't really play those games. It's just because the Steam Deck 2 needs to come out, which now I'm kind of concerned about the Steam Deck 2 as well. What's going to be the price of that, Or even the Steam machine, It's not good. Do these companies not realize that more prices get closer to 1,000, the more they price people out? The whole point of consoles is to support, supposed to be easy to plug and play. It's cheaper than getting a PC. You're guaranteed at least 7 years. Consoles are pretty outdated themselves. Let's be honest. PC is still the way to go. Yeah, PC is the way to go. Valve shills are on the full damage control mode. Yeah. I'm not okay with this. See, I'm not okay with Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox doing this. Now I'm not okay with doing Valve. Like I said, Steam has been kicking it hard. They've been doing well. This is kind of like an L, but I do understand it in that point of view at the same time because of the chip shortages and all this. Again, that's what they say. That's what everyone is saying. Is it true? We don't know. We saw with PlayStation, they rose the prices. Now they're going to court because there was some bullshit thing that's going on with PlayStation. They constantly say market conditions. They don't actually explain what it is. Steam, I think, actually explained it that, yeah, it's because of shortages in, SSDs, RAM, all this stuff, PC parts, the rest. With that. So that could be the reason. Again, it could be just a bunch of bullshit and it could be just greed. But I think Steam is more of they just get they don't really make much money out of this. I don't know why they would increase the price because I think, of course, the hardware wise, but like they don't really make money out of these. They just do it because they have so much money in general. Now I think about it, yeah, why would they increase it if they have so much money? Because they do the deals and they make so much money on games and sales and stuff. Why would they increase it? And sadly, the Steam Deck just became a scam at this price. That's what Cult Classic Cage said. I'm sorry, Cult, but I have to say this. The PC trolls are crying. That's a win for a console gamers. Yeah. How does anyone win by this? Yeah, it's not good either. It doesn't matter console or PC or anything. This is not a win. This is more of like a loss. Because if there's no people grabbing these and scalpers are the only one grabbing these, then what's the point? No one's going to buy it. No one's going to buy these Steam Decks. I could be wrong. There could be some people that, I guess, doing well for themselves and could be grabbing these, but I think it's more scalpers, to be honest, than anything else in that situation. Let's see what else. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Legendary drops. Exceedingly uncommon Valve L. While I understand the cost reality, these companies are living in a due to AI plus 300 is absurd. All these companies are going to need to find another way. Otherwise, nobody will be able to afford this this hobby. Again, we're going to go back to potatoes. Potato computers, potato everything. I have a backlog of games I'm still playing, so even with new releases, I don't need to get the new release. Like only if I really, really love like that IP. But besides that, I really don't care enough anymore. With what is going on here. Much of this is pressure from above, NVIDIA, Meta, etc., wanting to put the hardware out reach, phasing out ownership to make us rent it from the cloud, passing costs down to consumers isn't going to stop that from happening. Not sure what will, but it's up to these guys to stop it. It's funny, Nintendo Switch 2 has a better price console-wise, but games are overpriced. Steam has now a overpriced console, but games are priced better. Yeah, that is pretty funny. That's like the same thing. So if you get a PC and you have this, you get the best prices you'll ever get for games on like PC hardware. So, but it is expensive. Because like PC consoles are almost as close as PCs. So, cost savings over time still would lean forward the Steam Deck due to sales and the higher variety of games and indies. But year for the first time ever, I probably suggest buying a Switch 2 over anything else right now, or just not buy anything at all. That's another probability of that too. So yeah, yep, Legendary drops. Speaking facts there about that. It's a luxury item now. But yeah, it's going the PC route. Here he said another thing here. The gaming industry is going to crash and crash hard, partially driven by AI, partially driven by failed games. Where most believe a 1980s crash could happen again due to digital games. If people can't afford to play games, then what is the point of making them? Very good question. And again, just loss of these games are more expensive, and the more expensive they get, the less you get people buying these games. So when people say, my AAA game flopped, why did it flop? Why didn't you guys buy it? Well, because you priced it so much, as well as the game is shit too, but also the price is expensive. Like, you can get both and be happy about it. Like, companies need to figure this out. They need to figure out how to lower these costs instead of increasing where GTA 5 is going to be $80 or $100. People should be more concerned of like, are people going to get this game if we bring it up higher, or like, because it's GTA, obviously you're going to get it. It's like, maybe not. We got to be careful here because there is a limit of gamers how much they can spend here, There's a limit. Gamers are cheap, my guy. They are cheap. So, I don't know about that, guys. There's another one here. Valve's rumored Steam machine could cost more than original expected after the recent Steam Deck OLED price increase. Reports claim Valve's original Steam machine once target was far lower, with early estimate between 600 and 800. That would have been not too bad. Newer estimates suggest the device could launch at over 1,000. A more expensive Steam machine could compete directly with gaming PCs and consoles. Yikes. I don't know about that one. That one's kind of, that one's an iffy one there. There you go. Sold out again. Valve Steam Deck OLED models sold out again, this time in less than 24 hours after restocking. The 1 terabyte model now costs $949 after a $300 price increase, while the 512 gigabyte version is priced at $789. Even with the higher price, people are still buying the handheld gaming PC quickly. Ongoing shortage of RAM and other computer parts are making it harder for Valve to keep the device in stock. Or it's just freaking, these scalpers really think people are going to pay the scalp tax on this. Laughing. Yeah, people are not going to get this. This is not going to be a must-buy. Steam Deck is not going to be a must-buy anymore. Because if you have a PC, you should be good. There's not going to be a need. It's wonderful to have a portable device on the go that feels like a PC. Like, that's great and all, but like, yeah, this is... I don't even know. I don't think they're going to make a Steam Deck 2 for a while. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to make it for a while. It's just... Even the Steam machine, it's going to be difficult after this. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough with that. I could be wrong. But it looks rough. Looks rough, guys. Here it is. Look, the whole roadmap. Plevra said this. Be Valve 2022. Launch Steam Deck at $399. Everyone loses their mind. It's too cheap. Sell out instantly. Wish list for months. 2023 releases OLED version at $549. Best handheld on the market, still affordable. 2024 quietly raises price in Japan by $100. Just Asia, don't worry. 2025 memory shortage hits. OpenAI buys half of global RAM production for 2026. AI data center consuming chips faster than fabs production them. Gaming hardware starts feeling it. Nintendo raises Switch 2 prices. Xbox raises prices. PlayStation raises prices. 2026, Valve raises Steam Deck up by up to $300 effective immediately. 100 terabyte OLED, $649, now $949. Steam Machine still has no price attached, raising memory and shortage costs. The $399 console that democratized PC gaming now costs $949. The AI boom just made your hardware a luxury item. And there you go, guys. That's all you need. It was going pretty well. It was going pretty well for them with that $499, or what was it? $399. I thought it was good, and then $549. Okay, not too bad, but now it's just like, bro, I'd rather just get a PC now. I don't need a handheld if I do that. Nope, I'll just get a PC. Just get a PC now. So yeah, that's the whole story of the Steam Deck. Hate it, love it. Most people are gonna dislike this, of course, but it is what it is with all the situations. Now, could Steam be bullshitting and this is just greed like other companies have been doing, like Sony and all these others? They're not specifying, but I feel like they are in some instances. But at the same time, could this be just fake, like what I've said before, fake inflation, where everything's just priced up just because the banksters, all these consultants, they just need to do this because everyone's doing it. You're going to be left out, kind of deal. But Steam Valve is not public. It's private. So that means this is happening in a bad way. I don't think they would be greedy enough to just do that. So most of the time I thought it would be, because the other companies, they're all public, they're all doing the same thing. It's kind of like whatever, but Steam is now doing it. It's like maybe there is a problem with RAM and computer parts going around, that it's getting too expensive. Maybe that is the problem. And even though I think there's still a lot of fake inflation going on where everything's faked to feel like it's scarce, it's more expensive, and this, I think that there's some false to that. I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong with that, which I've been wrong before. That could be also a reason. I don't know. It could be any of those. Could be any of those situations. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's not looking good for Steam for that. But again, I would just say get a computer instead. Save up for a computer, a good computer, and even an average computer or a mid to high computer. I would say you don't need to make it high. Save up for that. Just get a computer. Don't get the Steam Deck now. Now it's not even worth getting the Steam Deck anymore. And if you want to get a portable device, I guess get a Switch 2. Because you have actually some variety with Nintendo games, I guess, if you enjoy them or not. I don't know. Very difficult in that situation. Very difficult with that. Okay, now with Steam Deck, let's talk about 007. Oh, speaking about 007. Actually, no, let's talk. I'm going to check out 007 in a sec here. First Light. Steam DB. We're going to check it out. Okay. All right, guys. 007 First Light just came out today. There's also release window for it. Actually, it came out on the 26th. My bad. Came out on the 26th. Came out a few days ago. There's some early stuff. The reviews are good. 89.64% and everything. And the game is doing all right now. We will wait until the weekend when this increases. But it's doing all right. Yeah, I thought it would do a little bit more. But it's a single-player game experience. Like, it's not multiplayer, obviously. I thought it would hit more of like the 80,000 all-time peak. 80,000 to 100,000. But either way, it doesn't matter because it already sold a lot, which we're going to go through. Let me see. Week. Yeah, it increased here. 48 hours. Increased. Max. Okay. 26. It went up. And then it went down a little bit here. But yeah, it came out a few days ago. So it's still going. I think it's going to be pretty steady. Till, a lot of people find out about the game and everything. What's going on. But it is doing good. It is doing good. Here we go. 007 First Light is the highest rated James Bond game in 30 years. So the reviews are crazy. A lot of people are liking this game, and so are the journalists. And, well, I would say a lot of shills, I would say. But there are some people who are saying this is kind of rough, but also pretty, it's just all right. Nothing really too special. Many James Bond games have passed us by, and we're starting to wonder if 007 would ever have an adventure worthy of the name again. Thanks to IO Interactive, the innovation behind Hitman, reviews say 007 First Light is bona fide action game with a license to thrill. Not to kill, to thrill. Bruh. It's the first Bond game in nearly 15 years, and I had to double check that fact to make sure it was correct, not counting Cypher 007, a small app. Legends from 2012, first one. Good James Bond games are generally few and far between, but First Light sounds like it's amazing that it's knocking the living daylights out of you. 007 First Light reviews are in. Thunderball. And I think there was reviews. And yeah, so it's doing pretty good. Let's see more, though. Let's see more that they can show. No, not this one. Let me see here. Where's the reviews? There's some reviews here. Pirate Nation. 007 First Light reviews are up. VGC 10 said it feels like the Bond game fans have been waiting for years. X to doubt that. 10, G Finety praised the story, action, overall Bond feeling. 10, The Guardian loved the style, atmosphere, and writing. 10, comic book said it really feels like playing through the Bond movies. 9.5, Gaming Thread praised the missions, gadgets, and replay value. Like the adventure, feels like classic Bond vibe. Like, you see, they almost sound the same. Praise the stealth and pacing. Okay, I heard the pacing's not good in some areas. Called it one of the best action games this year. Loved the missions, variety, and spy gameplay. Said the mix of stealth and action works really well. Praised the soundtrack, visuals, and Bond atmosphere. What is the Bond atmosphere? Like the freedom during missions. And on, guys. It's crazy. Game Radar gave it an 8. Praised the location and pacing. Game Radar gave it a 7. Liked the story and presentation, but thought gameplay could be deeper. Okay. Metacritic 88, 90. So it's doing pretty well in generally that aspect of it. Reviews by critics. Critics enjoyed it, it seems. So that is good because 007 First Light has sold over 1.5 million copies in its first 24 hours. So it's doing pretty well. People are checking this Bond game out. Now, this Bond game has a lot of interesting things in it. A lot of cameos from different streamers, content creators in there. So that is also a plus people are going to be checking out. A lot of these content creators got codes and all that. I don't know if they count that as well. They gave the game. They have them in the game. Some of these NPCs in the game. It's not like they're actually big characters in the game, these content creators who are in it. It's just, they're just NPCs in the environment kind of deal. Yeah. Good for IO. I definitely buying it later. Now, if they can put some of those combat mechanics in the next Hitman, they'll be great. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Like, it's not like I've seen other people talking about that it's woke per se and everything, because there's so much variety of different ethnicities and stuff in there. And then Bond, of course, Bond is still a white British man. And it's younger Bond, which I call him Jason Bourne because he looks like Jason Bourne instead of James Bond. I don't know. He just does. Doesn't give me James Bond vibes from the movies. He probably is closer to the books, how he looks, but I don't know. But you know, it's just, I had a feeling this game is not going to be like a stinker. What I said, I was just scared that they're going to have some weird things with Bond. And then I saw some clips going around and people were like, oh, there's some bad stuff in here and there's some good stuff in here. And it's just kind of a mid-okay game. It's not even Uncharted, Like, a lot of people said Uncharted felt better than this game. Like, combat-wise was better. Gameplay, shooting mechanics. Maybe not stealth. Stealth was okay at best. Driving mechanics. Like, a lot of Uncharted things in here. That's why I said it's going to be like a Hitman Uncharted game. And that's what it is. It's a Hitman Uncharted game. But Uncharted did it better, and some of Hitman's mechanics did it better too. So, they tried to mix both, and it was kind of like a just subpar adventure story, I think. But it wasn't as bad as some people. The other people are still saying, it's woke, it's woke. It's like, not necessarily it is. It's not really, let's see. So you got like clips like this. This is pretty funny, but this is some of the driving mechanics are so bad in this game. I've noticed a lot of people. 07 First Light is being called Journo game and getting huge backlash after gamers shared gameplay clips completely driving sections by simply holding one button while the game does almost everything, like mixtape pretty much. This criticism got even bigger because IO Interactive talked for years about the important for driving mechanics where for the Bond experience. So people expecting something deeper, especially from the studio behind Hitman, which is known for giving played feedback freedom. I love this clip. This clip is so bad. Watch this video. 007 First Light, absolutely terrible. It isn't even a video game. It literally plays itself. Do not buy. Check this out. His eyes are already weird. I don't know who this is. But he's just pressing one button. You can see on the... Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. That's crazy. What the hell's going on? What is going on? Is it a dumpster truck? This looks so bad. Nothing's blowing up. It feels like he's just pressing one button and it's going. The face is so crazy. Looks like some sort of garbage. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. Wasn't that amazing, riveting gameplay, guys? Amazing, riveting gameplay, right? Amazing. To be fair, there's literally no driving in Hitman. Seems like for a reason. Driving can be important to them, and they can just fall at what they were fail at whatever trying to do. Could be terribly wrong, but I don't think this studio has ever done anything with the player being able to drive. That is true. That is true. So it's not, at least the last real James Bond game that didn't suck ass. I forgot what. Everything and Nothing. I don't know what that one is. But yeah. Interesting with that. Oh, some sort of bug up there on the light. It likes the light. There's a bug up on top flying around. Yeah, it's like, what the heck? That was crazy. How bad? So here's another one. This is by Dr. Disaster. Call me old-fashioned if you must, but I prefer my video games to have gameplay. If I wanted to watch a movie, then that's what I would do. So, again, Uncharted had cinematic moments that were pre-made, but they still had gameplay where you still had to shoot enemies on top of trucks and stuff, and you felt like you were doing stuff. In this, the cinematic moments when you're moving and you're just moving with one button, it doesn't feel cinematic. It just feels like it's something is going. It's like loading in between, and it's just very generic and boring. So I don't know who this is, but he clipped this out.
Shoot her! Shoot her! James, kill her! What? I'm not allowed to shoot her? I'm not allowed to shoot her. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Why?
but this is a game concept that has been for years. This is not new that you can't. They just did this in Resident Evil Requiem with Leon is on the bike and you're constantly shooting Gideon who's in front of you on the bike and you're constantly hitting shots on him and it doesn't affect nothing on him. That's pretty much the same factor with this. So it's nothing new. They've done this in games. It's just I don't like it, but it's just that's the prompt. That's what you're doing. Again, if you have that moment, make it short because the feeling of actually being there and trying to actually do stuff and you can do stuff because the game doesn't allow you to do it, that ruins the freedom of the game.
Come on, man. Anytime something cool could be happening. Nope.
Sorry, fellas. This one's mine.
This looks so boring. Not gonna lie, this part looks really
At this
boring.
point, I'm just gonna keep holding W. I'm just gonna keep holding W. Does it even matter? I guess I'll click if they drive in front of me. We're holding W.
Just
I'm holding
W.
W. W holding.
I think that's Ladybug on top. It's a Ladybug, guys. This looks so boring, dude.
Dude, come on, man. Come on.
Let me play the game.
Why? Why is it not allowed to be a video game? It's not allowed.
Just pressing one button. What's the point of even shooting? Too, like, destroy the rocks that are falling, I guess, but I don't know.
Dude, it has even better set pieces than Uncharted. 11 out of 10.
That's so true. This is better than Uncharted. You gotta be joking. The set pieces of Uncharted are way better even back then. It's still better.
11 out of 10. I can play it one-handed and look at porn on my other monitor.
Ah, shit. She cheated.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. I agree. What a stupid game. Actually, not even a game. Interactive video. So, again, what I've seen of the other stuff in the game, the Hitman areas, are kind of cool. It's just the driving mechanics in the game are kind of just, they're bad. They're optimized bad or something. It's just, they don't know how to do, like, driving mechanics, I.O. So, it's not too good in that department, I've noticed, again, with that. Don't know who this is, but Grim Hollywood. Wow, I may have spoken too soon. There are serious problems with 007 First Light. It is personally thought Black Moneypenny was the worst thing about it. Just wait. So I guess this guy's like, he hates everything about this game. Like, he's nitpicking, I guess.
I'm gonna be honest. If I don't get it on with that Bond girl in this game, it's a 0 out of 10. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be 100. They've teased it the whole game. This end of the game, they better do it just like Roger Moore style. The agency's calling him, and he's about to get it on with that chick. I swear to you.
Yeah. Then he gets him with the chick, and then he throws the recorder out or whatever out the window. It goes into the water. And he's like, enough shit. Yeah, Roger Moore or Sean Connery style. He won't do that. No.
I swear to you, I will literally 180 on this bitch. As we played all this time, there are a lot of things that are actually wrong with this game. And I literally can't even crash into things for fun. It literally stops me every time.
That's
I'm
true.
serious.
Look, drive assist.
Been out of town for a few days.
It's like invisible.
Blow
It's
off
like,
some steam.
you know, the fun about this world would be to interact with it as James Bond.
True.
To drive responsibly, right? To drive suavely. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a game. You don't have to be.
Thanks, guys.
Things will look better.
Thanks,
in the
guys.
morning.
No, just shut up and just hold the right trigger down. That's this mission.
Yeah.
I need you to trace a text.
What? I can't. I'm on a date.
Money Penny.
Okay. I was wrong about this game. I was wrong about this game. With my tweet, I was wrong. Homies. The other thing that is actually kind of...
Yeah, but he like he nitpicks a lot, but
here we go. Let me feel this jump. Let me feel this jump, baby. Oh, come on. Let me run and jump off. What are we doing? Oh my god. Let me run. Let me run and jump off the crane. It's an easy mission. It's an easy thing to do. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, just like Uncharted, you would actually have a set piece like that, but you're actually moving. It's not a cutscene. Again, it is kind of lazy.
Whoa, let me jump. Don't fucking cut to a cutscene and then I slide down because you're lazy. But there's so many factors in this game where it's just like, oh, a game from 10 to 15 years ago did this better.
Yup. I agree. Uncharted, I saw like differences of this game and Uncharted, and I'd still rather play Uncharted. Not gonna lie. This game looks so generic.
Get you something, sir?
Say the line.
Champagne.
He's not gonna say it.
Perhaps something a little stronger.
Say the line.
For my friend. Tall, blonde.
Say the line!
Dead-eyed.
Would he be the one who gave you that makeover?
Something like that.
I just want a martini! Shaken, not stirred, and I won!
Because that sucks. He didn't say the line. Oh my god. Yes, sir. I would like a dry martini, shaken, not stirred. Dry martini, shaken, not stirred. He always says that. That's his catch line.
I will literally 180 on this bitch and call this game the most woke game ever if I do not get to get it on with that chick. I swear to God.
I wonder if he did. I don't know. Am I retarded? Stupid fucking mask and camera with the ego. Yes. Totally agree. Wish I could take the damn thing off. Apparently you. Appreciate you. So yeah, he's more...
I'm gonna be honest.
He's more like hating on it a bit, but he has some actually good critiques about it. It's nitpicks, but also critique. Where games 10 years ago did it better, these kind of story adventures, action games, than like Uncharted. They did it better than this. So I just wanted to show you that. I don't know who that is, but there you go. So Endymion beat the game, and he did get a code for the game. He didn't show for it, he just got a code. He said he's just accepted it, whatever. And you know, he was kind of iffy about it when he first saw the game. He was like, "Oh, I'm worried about James Bond. It's gonna be messed up. They're gonna make him a little bitch and everything, and all that." He finished the game, I think, now, and he says, "Yeah, 007 First Light is a good game. I nearly the end of the story, I think, anyway, and it's been mostly a blast. The beginning is the worst part, the training and all that. Yeah, the beginning part is really rough, I heard. But once you got to the hotel mission in Slovakia, everything then onward is Bond game I've wanted so long. Lots of stealth, lots of stealthing using your gadgets. The set pieces are cool too, which I don't know from what we just saw if they're actually good, but whatever. Patrick Gibson is a very confident James Bond. I also really like Greenway too. He's a badass. The most incompetent character so far is M M. I would be surprised if she loses her position as head of MI6 by the end of the game. Thought I don't know yet. I mean, what else can I say? It's a good game, even great at times. For the women, they are good looking. Bond is definitely a capable protagonist, even when he does get saved. So far, anyway, it's more cool than anything because a lot of the women save Bond in this one too. So take that how you will. Like Greenway, sniping dudes to save you is just a cool, man. The way this game using one and done mechanics like the plane tilt part on marketing enemies so Greenway kills them just feels like what you want from a game like this. Yeah, the plane part, straight up the Uncharted 3 stuff, it looked not as interesting as Uncharted 3. I don't know, for some reason the plane stuff was a little too much. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I don't know, the explosion and everything. It just looked like straight shoot, one button press, get on the plane, and then you fight. I haven't finished it yet, but it will sticks the landing. Yeah, good game. Interested to see what they do with Tech Sim, which is the game's Hitman like hub where they remix gameplay elements. If you were on the fence, no need. It's a fun game, very high quality production value too, and both Bond girls so far are cool. Anyway, back I go. So yeah. Also, if Patrick Gibson isn't nominated for best performance, well, I would be travested. This guy's Bond is cool. I was on the fence originally, but now he's got it. Okay, I beat the game. It just gotta do Texan for platinum. Does he get bossed around by women frequently? No. That's what he said. So it's not as woke as a lot of people thought it would be. Maybe they went back. They thought James Bond is gonna be a pussy. He's gonna be losing his charisma, his edge. But I guess it's probably toned down, but it's not that toned where it's like, oh, he still got it. Platinum trophy 209. Endymion again 007 First Light. Yeah, good game, easy platinum. Pretty sure that the first Texan trophy glitched and unlocked early, but it's all good with me. I enjoyed it. Onward. There's Grums. Do you think they might have removed some sections and fixed things up if it was a track to be another woke game for a while? Maybe, but from what I've played, it's fine. The level in Vietnam, especially, is pure Kino. Loved it. We all believe you if it was nothing to do with them giving you a code and you're going down the same path as a ING. Oh, because he got the code, people are starting to not believe him. You do understand that, guys. I troll, right? That's the whole shtick. I enjoyed it. 8 out of 10. For me, I don't know what I'll play next. I still need to finish the Starfield. I got Blade. Okay, so he gave it 8 out of 10. That's fine. I could see that, like a 7 and 8. I could see that. Woke light. Daniel Craig. But yeah, I guess it's not that bad, and it's not that extreme. Like the anti-woke people are, oh, look at all the diversity. Look at all this and this. It's like, yeah, because this is modern Britain. If this was in the 60s, I would question that for sure. If this was like the old James Bond. This is a modern take Bond. Origin story of the modern take. So take that as you will. I don't think it's woke per se, but it does probably have some implementation of some sort in there. It's just they're trying to go with this new version of Bond, and I'm still not for it really, but again, I would get this game on a deep sale. This is not a $70 game I would get day one. This is not a game I would get day one. This is a deep sale, and then I'll check it out for myself and see for myself it's actually good. I'm probably not gonna like it as much as Uncharted because I love Uncharted so much. Compared to this, like, there's nothing that probably beat Uncharted levels, or even like Tomb Raider in some areas. I really like Tomb Raider, but could be interesting play though. You know, it could be just a fun little game you play, adventure, and then, you know, set it down and you're like, yeah, I did this, and it wasn't the best, but it was fine. I guess the gameplay was still there. It's still fun for the gameplay sake, you know, but it is what it is with that, you know. So he gave it a 8 out of 10. And then finally, finish off James Bond's. We got some sexy parts in there because James Bond, he's a Chad, and he knows how to flirt with the ladies. 007 First Light don't just bring action and espionage. They brought an absolute beautiful woman in distract even our dear James Bond. The man is going to have trouble focusing on this mission like this. So, don't know what happened here, but they start making out. Check this out.
Fine. Fine.
Damn, girl.
She certainly is.
John?
Drinking alone was never my forte.
Well, I didn't realize you were this thirsty.
Parched, actually.
Blech.
You were
Parched.
free diving.
Yeah, being a marine biologist comes in handy.
Oh, what's your number?
Damn.
Chasing a 6 at the moment.
6. Very impressive.
People think it's all about the lungs, but it's all in the mind.
A mistake easily made.
So what can I get you? You seem the kind of guy who knows what he likes. So let me guess, you don't like it too sweet. You don't like it too complicated. You like it...
He doesn't say his catchphrase. So what can I do for you, Mr. Bond? James Bond.
straight up.
Bond. James Bond.
I've been known to experiment.
What the fuck was that? The he throws it. It's like he threw his headset or whatever with Moneypenny because he doesn't want to see that them making out.
I've been known to experiment.
Audio, James. Still on. Tea time.
Damn, he's still a Chad. Now, there's some good parts in that clip, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like there was more. You had to build up James Bond's character for that. I don't know if that's the first time they met as the characters. Again, I gotta play it to see, but Moneypenny already like, no, I'm not gonna see that, kind of angle. But yeah, just finishing it off. Pretty good. Nice James Bond moment right there. Now, like I said, I hope, he gets with the girl. Of course, they're probably gonna not be together, but at the end, he goes with the girl, and they fly off. And Bond, where are you, Bond? Can I hear you, Bond? And Bond's just like already in bed with her, and he's like, Bond, what are you doing? And then he's like, oh, so much loud noise. maybe we need to quiet things down a bit. He throws out the set piece, and then he throws it out into the water, and it breaks and stuff. Bond, what is going on? And then she's like, and then they're just kissing, and it just ends like that. Damn, that would be peak. That would be peak right there. But I don't think it's gonna end like that, unfortunately. But still, nice to see that, though. That was one of those things. That is James Bond's then for you guys. Not a bad game at all. I was sort of wrong about it, but at the same time, I wasn't wrong either that I thought it's going to be just an okay game, and it is an okay game at the end. So I wasn't wrong about that in that aspect with James Bond, the 007 First Light. It's good enough. Again, wait for a sale. I think it would be better to see it when there's a sale for that. All right, guys, let's finish this off with the Summer Games Fest. Summer's Games Fest and the PlayStation State of Play. I got my notes here. And let's see what we can find here. So Summer's Games Fest 2026 predictions. I also combined it with this PlayStation State of Play or anything else that happens that week for the summer gaming event. So here we go. I started with Stellar Blade 2. I could see this easily because maybe not PlayStation, but maybe Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest. I could see that because they've been teasing this for a while. Stellar Blade sold like crazy, and Shift Up was moving fast for Stellar Blade 2. Now, the next one I said Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. We saw some gameplay. They could show you something coming, especially with the Rayman thing we just talked about. They can have the Assassin's Creed something come out, the remake of Black Flag. That could be a thing. Next, Street Fighter 6 Season 4 DLC. Again, that's a given. They've been doing that for years now with the Summer Games Fest. When we see freaking, what was the leak? Vega, Gouken, Hagar, and Tifa all in one. And then maybe like this is a big expansion and more coming. Like hype up Street Fighter. It could be. And maybe in between they have a clip from the movie coming out in October. Maybe. Even for Street Fighter or Resident Evil. One of those. I could see that as well with that. So Street Fighter, that will definitely be there, I have a feeling. Onimusha Way of the Sword. We just need a date now. It's supposed to come out this year. We just need a date for this game to come out because we haven't seen it for a while, but what we've seen looked really good, I think. And I still need to play these games, but they're really... It looks very cool, I would say. I would definitely want to check it out. Next, Resident Evil Rec Room DLC. I could see this, or Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake, or Resident Evil 0 Remake. One of these will be. There's going to be some sort of Resident Evil Summer Games Fest or PlayStation State of Play. One of them is going to have this for sure, I think. The Resident Evil Code Veronica, be a given. I think that's going to be shown off. Maybe one will be at the State of Play and one will be Summer Games Fest. I don't know. Maybe they'll split these. I don't know. But I think that Resident Evil 0 could be later. That could be later down the line. Something else as well. Okami 2. We haven't seen this for a while now. I think it was at the Game Awards. They could show something, but I doubt it. I think they would show more of Mega Man Dual Override because that was also at the Game Awards. I could see something from that being shown, Mega Man-wise, or even something else Mega Man because the Mega Man Anniversary. They could show Mega Man Legends collections. That would be amazingly cool if they had Mega Man Legends 1, 2 in there. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting if they had that. Because they've done all the collections now. It's just Legends left, right? For Mega Man. So, yeah, Mega Man. Final Fantasy VII Part 3. I would give it that will be... They're going to leave that for the beginning or the end, I would say. Not in between. I think it's going to be one of those big ones at the end. They're going to finish with Final Fantasy VII Part 3. I think they're going to show something. They're going to show the name. There's going to be 3 discs when you get the game. It's not going to be 2 discs for Rebirth. Now it's 3 discs. 3 discs. 3 discs. Remember? 2 discs. 2 discs. It's 3 discs now, you know, kind of thing. Dragon Quest 12. I could already check that off, but they might show some things for Dragon Quest 12 still. Never know. I'm keeping it on there, but I could check that off. Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls. Again, they've been advertising this crazy. Again, I'm not a big fan of how it looks or plays, really, to be honest. It's not really that interesting of fighting game. If it was Marvel versus Capcom, I'd be more interested. This one, I'm kind of like, okay, but I don't know. It's just something about the characters design-wise. I'm not really digging this one. I don't know. It's not my style, but I think it's going to be shown at PlayStation at some sort of event. Maybe adding more characters, a date, everything with it. You know, a new beta test, something with the fighting game. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. Yeah, they're hinting this. I think they're going to show more of this. A little bit, maybe like a little side, little glimpses of this game. Maybe something else, Metal Gear, who knows. Phantom Blade Zero definitely will be shown at the State of Play for sure, I think. Yeah, this game looks like it's going to be crazy good looking. We'll see about that. Marvel's Wolverine, definitely, that's a check. Definitely, that's going to be there. Before I wrote this, they announced that, yes, State of Play will have a lot of emphasis on the Marvel Wolverine game because that's the next big thing coming out, single player-wise. I put the Blood of Dawnwalker because I feel like that is coming, but I don't know when. But it's been a while since we've seen anything about this game. So on Switch too. But again, this is probably be at Nintendo Direct, not here. But who knows? Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thief. I think this will be also there. Last time I saw it, it looked really good, impressive graphically. I could see that coming back. Control Resonant. Again, this is probably a state PlayStation or Summer Games Fest kind of thing. They're going to show more of this too. Last time I saw it looked pretty good. Looked way different than the last Control game. So Castlevania Battlemont's Curse. Yes, I would like to see more of this. They announced it at the state of Play, and I was excited about it. I want to see more. Again, just another like little trailer showing some gameplay. Not really much you can else tell. Maybe some story elements to it. Maybe a new kind of soundtrack or something. Something cool with this. Castlevania is always dope, though. Always cool looking. Kina Scars of Kissimo, the Kina's Bridge of Spirits sequel. Again, I'm excited for this one as well. This is probably going to be a PlayStation. Silent Hill Townfall. They had that Silent Hill event thing. This could be at PlayStation 2. I don't know. Something Silent Hill could be. So I think this is the only one really I'm thinking of right now that could be shown. Oh, wait. Dustbloods is the one on Switch. I got confused. I'm sorry. So the next one is Dustbloods. That's the one I think that on Switch 2. That's the From Software game. This one, the Blood of the Dawnwalker, we've seen things of this game, but they could show another trailer or something for this game. We saw some gameplay, a big stuff. This is the people who left CD Projekt Red to make their own company, and they're making this like vampire kind of game, open world thing, the RPG system and everything. Blood of Dawnwalker, yeah. That could be shown or not. I don't know. We will see with that. But Dustbloods, that's probably going to be Nintendo Direct. Blood of Dawnwalker could be shown just trailer wise. I don't know. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. It would be nice to see an update since the Game Awards we saw this. Because Tomb Raider Anniversary is coming up. It would be nice to see something for this game. I really would like to see how it plays. Like, we saw a little gameplay, but I want more gameplay because it looked really good graphically. It looked really cool. Hopefully they don't mess it up again. Cross my fingers. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis looks cool. I want to see more. Halloween the game. They might have a little teaser here and there for this, a real short one. Maybe a beta test. That would be interesting. If they do like a beta test for this game, that would be cool too. Bradley the Badger. This is an indie game, platforming game. It's a Badger character. They showed this Game Awards, I think. It was a while back. Or was it Summer Games Fest? I don't know. But I'm excited to see this one too. I want to see more of this platforming game. Threads of Time. I'd love to see this too. Again, it's mostly, they always showed it at Xbox. I would love to see what they do with this JRPG style, Chrono Trigger style game. It looks really neat. I don't know. I hope it comes out this year. I hope so. Tides of Annihilation. This game looks phenomenal too. Looks really good. I think this is going to be a PlayStation 1 state of play. They're going to show this. We need a date. We've seen a lot of the gameplay for this. We just need a date now when this thing's going to come out. So, Exodus. Exodus. Which one's Exodus? I'm trying to remember. Exodus. Oh, this is the guys who left Naughty Dog and the BioWare people did Mass Effect. So these are Mass Effect and Naughty Dog people made it. Yeah, this is like the new Mass Effect game. I haven't seen this for a while. I want to see more of this too. I'm intrigued to see. I'm still skeptical about this one, but I am very intrigued. Felt that boxing, the Muppet boxing game, Punch-Out game. Yeah, that looked interesting. Again, could be shown here. This is a first-person zombie shooting game. I think it was Chinese. But it looked really interesting when last time they showed it off a while back. Could be shown again. Who knows? Beast of Reincarnation. Which one is this? Beast of Reincarnation. I gotta look this up. Even I forget some of these things. Let me look it up real quick here, guys. Beast of Reincarnation. What is this game? What is this game? Let me see real quick. Oh, okay. Yes. I remember this. Okay. I got it. Okay. So this game, Beast of Reincarnation, this is the new Game Freak game that's coming out. It's not Pokemon finally. It's like some sort of like Monster Hunter-esque game that looks very interesting graphically and style-wise. So yeah, keep your eyes on that one. I forgot the name for it, but I always remember how it looks. Metroid 2039. Yeah, we could see something from that too, for sure. Halo Campaign Evolved Remake. I think that would be like an Xbox event, but it could be shown also at PlayStation because it's also coming to PlayStation. You know that, but yeah. Now, this would be very interesting, but I could see this happening more than Intergalactic Heretic Prophet because I think that game's still far off with all the things I think they're changing because of the backlash of how bad it looked. This one, Uncharted 5 or Remake. I said this before that there was a lot of Uncharted stuff has been leaking and just people talking about. Uncharted has been on a weird thing right now that like it might be coming back in some sort of way. Now, could it be Uncharted 5? Could be that it could be a spin-off or it could be a remake of the first game. We never know. Anything could work with those. Anything. I think a time for Uncharted is coming soon. I think Uncharted will be doing something. Don't know what it would be, but something will be Uncharted. Doesn't mean it would be good, or it could be really good. I don't know. So this is also just a question mark at the moment. But in my gut feeling, I think they're trying to move Uncharted. I think they're trying to do something with Uncharted now. And if Intergalactic doesn't appear, Uncharted will instead, I think. Or whatever Naughty Dog does besides Intergalactic, their other studio, because they're split, that one should be Uncharted, but I could be wrong. Now, Bloodborne something. I just put that up there because why not? Bloodborne is always on everyone's list, and Bloodborne prequel, sequel, remake, remaster, just something Bloodborne, please. Dead or Alive 7, please. I want to see more Dead or Alive. We saw that little glimpse. I just want to see what they're doing Dead or Alive. Please, can we just have just a little gameplay to show us, even if it's just a tech demo? Just something with Dead or Alive 7, please. That would be amazing. Virtua Fighter 6, definitely. There was a leaked footage of it and devs talking in it about the game. I don't know if it's coming out here, but there was crazy gameplay for Virtua Fighter 6. I couldn't believe how crazy it looked. It looked like a next level Dead or Alive game. It was out of this world. The fighting mechanics I saw, I was like, holy shit. This looks better than Tekken 8. But yeah, Virtua Fighter 6, something Virtua Fighter will be coming 6 for sure. Same with Crazy Taxi, that was teased as well. Something's coming for that, as well as Persona 4 Remake. We haven't seen this in a while. They've been working for this for a while now, a long time. Something Persona. I don't think it's going to be Persona 6, guys. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's just going to be Persona 4 Remake. They're going to show us actually more how it looks and everything. For that. Doesn't mean it's coming out yet. But Stranger Than Heaven. Stranger Than Heaven. What is this one? Oh, this is also Sega. Oh, this is the Sega game. It's like the it's like the old time Yakuza style cowboy beatbops style, jazzy in old style Japan mobster guy. It looked interesting. That's the one. Stranger Than Heaven. That's what it's called. Yeah. This one also kind of mafia, but with Yakuza, I would say. Old time. Sonic something. Yeah, we haven't seen Sonic in a while, right? Besides Sonic Racing. So I wonder if they're going to do a 3D Sonic next or a 2D one. I don't know. Maybe it's time for a 3D. Frontiers has been a while now. And they did do... The last one was that Shadow one. So it could be a 3D one. Something Sonic for sure. Hogwarts Legacy 2. Yeah, I could see that being announced there for sure. People will be excited. If you see Quidditch, you already know that people are going to pop off when they say you can play Quidditch now finally. The Witcher something. We already got that announcement for Witcher 3 with the DLC. But we could still have something for Witcher still being shown. Never know. Witcher 4, Witcher 1 Remake. You never know. Something. God of War Freya's game or something. Yep. The leaks. Remember, if you've heard, God of War Freya, you got to play as Kratos' wife. I don't know how that's going to pan out, to be honest. I'm not excited for that, but Freya's game and something God of War. It's just something with God of War since, they're doing the Amazon show. Doing something with God of War could be a thing. Again, we heard leaks about this, but I don't know if it was leaks. It's more like rumors. Injustice 3 or something with Mortal Kombat. Now, this could be interesting because NetherRealms with Ed Boon and everything, he did want to make a slasher kind of game, and we've seen a lot of slasher types of characters in Injustice and Mortal Kombat, but we never got one just slasher fighting game. That would be interesting. That would be a third option, but Injustice 3, I've heard a while. I don't know if it's true or not, but I don't know what they would do in Injustice 3. It could be interesting, but I don't know what. Mortal Kombat something. He did tease the one with Mortal Kombat 9. He would bring that, remaster that. Or the one with Kung Lao and Liu Kang. The beat-em-up style game. He would bring that one also back. I forgot what that one's called. But one of those he would bring back. So that could be there. Something with Mortal Kombat coming back again. I don't know. I don't think they could go back and do stuff for Mortal Kombat 1, but I don't think because of the reception, how bad Mortal Kombat 1 ended up, I don't know if they would continue that or do a new story. I don't know. Who knows? Gears of War E-Day, the prequel to Gears of War. This would be, I think, at like a Microsoft event, but it could be at PlayStation or Summer Games. Probably Summer Games Fest, most likely. Something Xbox, yeah. Fable reboot, again, could have been an Xbox event, but if not, then Summer Games Fest. Half-Life 3. This is probably the biggest cope, though, and I don't think... I know I talked about it with a lot of others on the channel with Half-Life 3, and we saw, there are talks about it. Again, it could be just be cope, but that Half-Life 3 is a thing. Is actually a thing, but I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. Half-Life 3 has been a thing forever and never came to fruition. I think it's time for Half-Life 3 now, if it does. If not, if you want to bring back a game, they did with Uncharted. They pretty much changed the game up formula a little bit, but still felt the same. They could do the same with like Half-Life 3, where what they do is they do like a remaster or remake of the original Half-Lives, maybe first as a little like tease, if there's any interest, and then do a Half-Life 3. I could see that too. But this is under Valve. All of this is under Valve, and it's okay for everyone. Maybe third parties are there, but they're working with Valve. I don't know. Could be interesting. And the last thing on this list we talked about before is the older IP PlayStation games they could come back with. Infamous, Sly Cooper, Ape Escape, Jak and Daxter, on and on. You already know. You already know what's up with that. So, what's good? Hey, what's up, Amy? Pegasus Bros, what's up? Hey. I'm doing right. We're looking at Summer's Games Fest 2026 next week. We're hyped. I did my predictions as well as the PlayStation State of Play. What games we're going to see, hopefully. So, yeah, the last one I said Sly Cooper. Yeah, I put it on there, Sly Cooper. So I put these there specifically because this was the last time it was getting rumors around. It was going around social media and other people were talking about it. And I think PlayStation's lurking in the background. Maybe they're putting out this information. We don't know with PlayStation at the moment. But there was things going around about, do people want Infamous, Sly Cooper, Ape Escape, or Jak and Daxter? They're just putting it out there. And people are like, yeah. It's like, we want any of these old PlayStation IPs instead of this bad live service games we constantly get. Was it live service slop? Like, people just want classic games that you've done in the past back and have fun with them, Now, if they're just remakes or remasters, people will still eat it up because they haven't seen Infamous in a long time. Sly Cooper, Ape Escape, Jak and Daxter. Jak and Daxter might be the oldest one on here, but yeah, that was one of those on there. But yeah, we went through all of these. There's a lot here I wrote down that we could see next week, because next week is the hype week, and a lot of these could come true. But I feel like last year I did the same predictions, and I think I did like half of these were all checked off. Like, I got most of these right. And I was like, holy shit, I got most of these right. Then again, there were games on there that didn't come true, but there's also stuff on there that I didn't even predict. So, yeah. Again, you can look back if you want to see this, and then I went through all of them specifically, so yeah, this would be interesting to see some of these come. I think a lot of these I try to be more realistic to see what's here because of all like speculation, but it's more like not even speculation, it's more like they are teasing things and they're teasing specifically that, oh, what is this taxi for Crazy Taxi? It's just randomly taxi. There's a taxi sign. It's like, okay, so there's going to be a Crazy Taxi game probably, right? Like, obviously. But yeah. Yeah, I am excited to see what they have. I think Summer Games Fest is better, actually. It's like the new EA, or not EA. I'm so dumb. Fucking E3. It's the new E3. I'm more excited because summer is like the summertime when they announce all these games and like these expos. They're so cool. Like you get so overwhelmed how much stuff you get like to show off. It's insane. It's insane. But yeah. What else? I think it's better than Game Awards. Game Awards is just an advertisement for advertisement. It doesn't feel that good. Even like the game announcements that are not that good. That's the only thing I want to see is the game announcements, and that's it. Like I don't even care who wins anymore because it's all rigged anyways. It's rigged. It's rigged. Yeah, so we went through a lot, guys. We talked about 007 First Light. We talked about the Steam Deck price increase. We talked about Summer Games Fest with all the hype that's happening. Hopefully some of those come true. We don't know. But I have a gut feeling most of those are going to be true. Now, if I want to be surprised, I would like to be surprised, but I don't think I will be. But I could be wrong. Last year, there was a surprise with Resident Evil 9 Requiem when they announced it. So I knew something Resident Evil was coming, but I didn't know in what aspect, you know, with the CIA operative or whatever it was. That was interesting for that. All right, guys. I think that's it for me today. That's all the topics we went through. A lot was gone here. I'm going to head out. That was the last one. So a lot to be said there with those. I hope you guys have a good week. I'll see you probably next week. I'm going to do like probably a reaction to this PlayStation State of Play. That's June 2nd. I'll let you guys know when I go live. I'll react to the PlayStation one. And then later in the week, I'll go to Summer Games Fest. And I'm going to react to that one and do a reaction to that live stream. But I will be very busy this weekend because I won't be here. I'll be going somewhere else. I'll be very busy doing stuff with my family and all sorts of things like that. So I might not do a stream on Friday. No stream on Friday then, guys, okay? No stream on Friday, but besides that. Again, guys, before I go, like the stream. Do something. Talk about it. Watch. Lurk. Anything helps the stream, guys. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new here. If you subscribe, I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I can say today. I'm going to try to do some more gaming streams as well as in the back too. I'll let you guys know. I'll post it. Anything else coming up? No, not really. Videos should be also trying to get up. I don't know. I'm pretty busy myself right now at the moment. So I don't know. Right now, again, I could do live streams. I'll try to do videos when I can, but it's been very busy this week in general. So it's going to get busier even next week. But I'll make it. I'll make it though. After that, I should be good. Maybe. We'll see. I might have to schedule some things later. So, yeah. GG's. Thanks, man. GG's. GG's. GG's is right. Good games. Good games indeed. Yeah. So, yeah, that should be it for me today, guys. I appreciate all of you guys lurking, watching, chatting, anything. I like the stream again and all that. Subscribe if you're new here. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's head out. Let's get the outro going. And yeah, see you guys. Have a good one.
Are you not entertained?